What the heck is Formula One?
Pole position, strategy,
yachts and parties,
safety car, Ferrari.
beautiful corners.
Oh, right, okay. There's a car in front of you. Try and overtake it.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Hello, you fools. Welcome back to another Formula Fools episode in our 34 in 34 2026 pre-season series thing that we're doing.
Well said, Disc.
Nice. I'm Disc. Dave.
Yep.
David. Your skin.
I am.
Or Mitchell.
Mitchell, things like that. Yep.
Nice.
That's us.
That is us.
You know stuff about Formula One.
Yep.
Followed it your whole life. I do not. I sit here and pick your brain. People get to learn along with me. That's the idea.
Hell yeah.
And what is this series that we're in the middle of?
Oh yeah. I was about to straight away jump into Esteban because I've got to read a big name and I'm scared. Yeah, it is Esteban. The 34 in 34 series that I just referred to is 34 days, 34 episodes. The first 11 are about the teams. Then we do a livery team review of the 2026 cars. And then we do a 22 episodes, all having like a little mini dive into the drivers that are going to be on the grid in 26. The aim is to prepare you guys and Skin as much as possible for the 2026 season. Try and answer some of the questions that you might have about the teams and the drivers and show their history and show where they're going for 26.
All right.
Quite biased. I will just throw that out. I am quite biased with my Williams opinions. So
Yeah, your opinion.
be warned. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're only just realizing that, Skin.
Yeah. No, I knew it, but I just never
Quite knew it.
Never quite had a reason to put it to words, I suppose. But yeah. You do have opinions.
I've got them. I'm not afraid of saying it.
It's not like an objective show. It's biased.
But in all fairness, you do keep me in check because you'll often just be like, all right then, Disc.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try. I really don't have opinions because
But you can
I
also
didn't
see
even
logic.
really follow the sport until a couple of years ago. I have like no opinions.
But you can see logic in that Williams are not that great, whereas I consider them to be world champions.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, they could be.
I mean, we will be.
They are past world.
Exactly. It's the second most successful team. Well, fucking McLaren overtook us. Third most successful team in the sports history, Gibbs.
Yeah. So like, it's not like you're shit. You just have been shit for a while.
Yeah, for over 20 years. Yeah. Close to 30.
Anyways, we've spoken about Williams enough. We're not speaking about Williams. Hopefully not at all today. I don't think we should. We have any reason to speak about Williams again in this episode. What are we speaking about?
We are speaking about Esteban Ocon, or, if I may, Skin.
Please.
Esteban Jose Jean-Pierre Ocon Kelfane.
Holy fuck.
Yep.
That's a name.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Do you see now why I was like, oh, Skin?
Yeah, I see.
Get excited.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, he's got some names there.
Good on him.
Well done, Esteban.
Go again. Can you do that one more time?
Esteban Jose Jean-Pierre Ocon Kelfane. I'm definitely butchering that last bit.
He could have like almost all the letters.
Yeah.
In his name.
No XZ.
Yeah, but like that's why I said almost. I said almost.
Yeah, he's got a lot of them. No D's.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah, bastards. Anyway, his nationality is French, notably from Normandy, France, Skin.
Yes, that's notable.
Yeah.
I've heard of that for lots of reasons.
It's just that you pointed it out to me earlier and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's from Normandy, France. Pierre Gasly, also apparently from Normandy, France.
Yeah, it seemed weird. Never heard of this place. Then I read it twice in about 4 minutes.
I've heard of it from history books.
Okay.
I lived in Europe. His date of birth is the 17th of the 9th, 1996. Esteban Ocon is just a little bit younger than me. So Esteban he's 29 right now. He will be turning 30 later this year. Mm-hmm. Well done to Esteban. His F1 debut year was 2016 at the Belgian Grand Prix.
What? Really?
Yep. That's what it says here.
For who?
No clue. Manor Marussia.
Huh. All right. Yeah.
Oh, what did you have?
No. I just realized I'm an idiot. Carry on.
Oh, why?
I was thinking of Pierre Gasly.
Go Skin. So teams he's driven for, obviously, Manor Marussia, Force India, Renault / Alpine, and now Haas.
Mm-hmm.
Race starts, he's had 180 of them. Race wins is 1 in... You read this earlier, and I've forgotten what it is. Is it the Hungaroring? Give me Hungaroring.
Yeah.
Can't tell me. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
It's fine.
He won one of those races.
He won a race in Europe.
All right.
He's had 4 podiums, 0 pole positions, 0 championships, and his current team for 2026 is Haas.
Okay.
Go skiing.
Yep. So he's won a race.
Uh-huh.
He's got 4 podiums.
Yep.
So he's all right.
Yeah. And thank you for listening to this week's podcast about Esteban Ocon. As Skin has summarized, he's all right.
Who do you win his race with?
It was in his, I want to say it was for Renault Alpine. Renault/Alpine. Like during that era.
As in what? They were never joint, were they?
No, they used to be Renault and then they became Alpine.
Oh, sure. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So he won his one race with Alpine. Do you remember it at all? Like, did he do something, something spectacular happen?
If I'm going to be honest with you, I can't remember it. If I'm going to be honest with you, I can't really remember him driving for Force India. Esteban Ocon.
No, he definitely drove with Force India. I remember him driving with Force India.
I don't
remember him driving. I didn't watch.
Yeah, you've
but
seen.
I remember seeing him drive for Force India in Drive to Survive.
Yeah, okay.
Him and Sergio
when it was
Perez.
Racing Point. Yes, it was pink.
Was
yes,
it?
Yeah.
So him and Sergio Perez.
I think it was still Force India. Sorry, Skin, I'm interrupting you.
That's all right. But yes, I remember it because him and Sergio Perez were sort of like crashing into each other.
Yeah.
They both seemed like horrendous teammates. They didn't really seem to get along. And then later on, there was that clip of Max really not getting along with him either.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that. Yeah, in Brazil, yeah.
Was it Brazil? Was that when he, like, Max was lapping him or something and he wouldn't let him past?
So Max was, no, so it was kind of the other way around. So Max had already lapped him and then Esteban had pitted and he came out the pits and was on fresher tyres than Max. And so his tyres were actually performing better. Max was on a very long stint. And so Max was in the lead of the race. It was, I want to say potentially Max's first race win or not his first, sorry. It was one of his first. It was in his first season in Red Bull. And Esteban has asked his team, can I retake the position from Max? And as a back marker, if you're a lot faster, then you are allowed to do it. As long as you get out of that blue flag zone within 3 marshals positions or whatever. So you need to back yourself that you are a lot faster than that car. And he backed himself. And then Max kind of put a move back on him and Esteban closed the door and Max hit him and it cost Max the win.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So not great.
Yep. So yeah, he kind of seems a bit like on the nose, you know, like Perez and him had those run-ins and then Max had those run-ins. Like what's the vibe or the opinion of this man? Like, is he respected in the F1 community? Do people like Esteban Ocon amongst the paddock? Do you imagine?
Amongst the paddock, I think he's done enough time in F1 now that people do respect him. But I also think people will treat him with, when people try and overtake him, they might give him a bit of extra space.
Okay.
If I'm going to be honest, I think he's a driver that's not afraid to get his elbows out. He's a driver that's not afraid to do what is best for him. I'm not a big fan of him too much. I don't think it's like aggression in the right way. I sometimes think he's aggressive in the wrong way. I also just don't think his natural speed is like off the charts. Like when he went to Haas, I remember messaging the Haas chap and just being like, lol, like you guys are celebrating signing Ocon.
Right, okay.
But also, like, I've got to give him his flowers. Bad drivers don't stay in our sport for long. So the fact that he's been in the sport, this is his 10th year in the sport now. So debuting in 2016. So, you know, he's been around for long enough now to kind of know how things go and for us to look at him and go, actually, Esteban, you're a good driver. Like, you're not the best. You're a midfield at best, but you belong in the midfield. Like you belong on the grid.
Yeah,
kind of thing. We can't have everyone being a top driver.
Nope. Yep. Someone do have to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about his Well, I guess his early years in F1, and I suppose we might as well start from the start with his junior career. How did he end up coming into the sport, and was he? I assume he was good at some stage.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a really good karting career from 2006 through to 2011. He was karting at the age of 9, winning multiple French and international titles in his karting junior career, which is ultimately why his dad and his mum put so much time, effort, and money into it. Ocon didn't come from a rich family in the slightest. His dad is very working class. The kind of my iconic moment for him around the karting era as well is his dad's sacrifice for his son's racing. So they actually sold their house and moved into a caravan to be able to pay for Pierre to go race, to pay for Esteban to go racing. So, we can look at a lot of drivers on the grid, most drivers on the grid, and they've all got big sponsors behind them or rich, but parents that are in better paid jobs. Esteban's parents were not in well-paid jobs. They had to graft, they had to grind, and they had to really work for every penny to be able to put it into a go-kart or into fuel or into, whatever, to be able to go racing. And so I think even just Esteban achieving F1 is for his family, the ultimate. Like if he could win the title, that would be fucking unreal for them. I unfortunately don't think he ever will, but all of the sacrifices they made through his junior, especially his karting career, were just, it was all for Esteban to be able to try and get into professional racing, whether it be F1 or not.
Mm-hmm.
From 2012 to 2013, he then did Formula Renault 2.0, graduated into the single seaters. He placed third in 2013 in the Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0. So did pretty well early doors in his first single seater series that he raced in, which obviously showed promise for a career in Formula 3, potentially leading up to Formula 1. In 2014, he entered the FIA Formula 3 European Championship, winning that championship as a rookie, taking 9 wins and 21 podiums, beating Max Verstappen that season. Yeah, in Formula 3. He then won the GP3 Series in 2015, which was also on his debut, achieving 14 podiums in just 18 races. So,
holy heck.
Yeah, like
what
a phenomenal junior career.
That's some winning.
I'm not even finished with his junior career yet. So he then went to DTM and followed his kind of F1 pathway in 2016. Briefly competed in the DTM before making his F1 debut in the 2016 Belgian Grand Prix with Manor. And then he had junior affiliations, originally supported by different management structures, and becoming a Mercedes junior driver in 2015.
Right. Okay.
So there's a bit of a period there where he was kind of like, potentially in the running for a Mercedes seat.
Okay. Gotcha. Right. So 2015, I think it was, he had this amazing year where he podiumed 14 out of 18 races.
Yep, in GP3.
Yep. And won the championship that year.
Yep.
Then in 2016, he debuted in F1.
Yep.
Should there not be F2 or GP2 or something in the middle there?
Well, he kind of did DTM, so he kind of moved on to DTM before coming to F1, which could have stunted his development there. Formula 2 would be the natural progression, but for whatever reason, they didn't put him through Formula 2.
Right.
And he was on the Mercedes Junior program from 2015, so that would have been a Mercedes. Either he was on a Mercedes Junior program as a scholar and he couldn't find main sponsorship for Formula 2, and obviously the family couldn't afford to pay for a seat or anything themselves. So he potentially missed out because of sponsorship or financial reasons, which is why going to DTM could have been beneficial, because there's quite a lot of European sponsors in DTM. So getting a seat in DTM would have been easier than getting a seat in Formula 2.
Right. Okay. And then so 2016, he debuts for Manor, who I've never even heard of.
Manor Mauritius. So when we did the Cadillac episode, we spoke about I'm hoping his name will come to my mind. I forgot his name.
Okay.
The team principal of Cadillac.
Yep.
He was the team principal at Manor Mauritius.
Gotcha. Okay.
Graham Loudon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was 2016.
Yep.
Something in 2017, 18.
Well, he was in Formula One in 2017, 18.
Do you remember who he was driving for?
Yeah, so he would have been racing in, that would have been for Force India.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2019, he was sidelined, right? I think he went. He was the Mercedes reserve driver.
That was it, yeah.
In 2019.
Yeah. Because Mercedes kind of put him into the Force India because they had Mercedes engines. So they kind of used that power and gave discounts and whatever to be able to put him in there. Toto wanted to kind of see how he would go.
Right, okay. So he was still sort of a Mercedes junior at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Racing for Force India.
Yeah.
Then 2019, he leaves Force India and he's just on the sidelines for Mercedes for a whole year.
Uh-huh.
What? Like, I assume that sucks.
Oh,
like, what impact would that have had on his career? And then how did he come back from that year to get back into F1?
Well, I think at that point, I think it was during that year, Mercedes actually dropped him from the program, or he left the program or something. I can't really remember, but yeah, that was kind of a big year for him because George was making big steps in junior formulas. Toto put more of a focus on George, who was upcoming and was most likely going to be a better prospect for Mercedes. And as we can say now, he definitely was. So yeah, it would have really fucking sucked. It would have just been a lot of conversations with a lot of different teams, mainly having conversations with the Renault program that was going to become Alpine in the future. But yeah, mainly having conversations with them and just trying to convince them that he was the right prospect and doing any training or any driving, even on the sim that he could, to just be able to keep his skills as high as possible. But yeah, it would have really fucking hurt at that point in his career.
Okay.
Because we've seen drivers do that where they come in, they have a lot of crashes, they get some bad headlines, especially against a driver like Sergio Perez, like he did it in Force India, and then they just never return to the sport. So like he was a serious that could have happened to him.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. And then so he goes and spends a few years at Renault/Alpine.
Yep.
I think he's with them until 2024.
Yeah, until he goes to Haas, yeah.
Yeah. At the end of 2024, do you know what happens? He left early. He didn't race.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do the last race for Alpine.
Because they brought Jack Doohan in.
Do you have any idea why that happened?
Well, this is all Alpine politics, isn't it? Because fucking Flavio Briatore came back in and we all know how I feel about that guy. He put Jack Doohan in the car and then fucked Jack Doohan's career. Look, I don't know why he never finished that season, but all I know is the way that Alpine have been ran since Flavio came back is very just fucking, there's no rhyme or reason to any of their decisions. So their decision to not run Esteban in that final race and to put Jack in the car kind of just didn't make much sense at all, in my opinion.
Okay.
It was a very weird situation to do it at the very last race.
Yeah, okay.
It was, I don't imagine it had anything to do with Esteban's performance or anything because he'd had a fairly consistent season. But yeah, I think at that point, Esteban was just fucking happy to leave.
Sure, okay. All right. And then so he's with Haas last year. He's done one season with Haas and he's going again with them this year. What did you make of his year last year? And where's he at? He's got Ollie as his teammate who's obviously very good and looks very good. I assume he wants to sort of continue to show that he's
better.
Got more experience and he's better.
Yeah.
I guess
he has to, yeah. I mean, Ollie beat him in the championship last year, which is why we've already done, if you're following along, we've already done Ollie's episode because he beat him in the championship. So, you know, it's kind of a bit of a crucial year for him. Like he needs to show Haas that he's the right person to push them forward back of house and also getting results in the car. And so it's a bit of a crucial year to truly show that his experience actually means something and that he can develop his skills. You look at Daniel Ricciardo going back to Red Bull and Christian saying, wow, his skills declined on that Renault program because Renault really fucked with him, Christian said. So there's a potential that is the case and actually the Renault way of driving is not the best way of driving, or the Alpine way of driving is not the best way of driving. And so, he just had to get used to a different engine. Like they've got the Ferrari engine in the back and a different way of working in a smaller outfit being Haas. And so, hopefully we see him, hopefully for Haas's sake and for Esteban's sake, we see him doing a lot better this year. I mean, him and Ollie were fairly evenly matched, but if I'm going to be honest, I think he's on the back foot. I think if you're going against Ollie Behrman in Ollie Behrman's second season, you've got to be concerned because the kid's a weapon. So yeah, not looking good in terms of you're probably going to get beat by a teammate, but I think where Haas is at in their journey, I think Esteban is almost a perfect driver for that journey. I think he can deliver solid results for them as a number 2 to Ollie.
I don't know. Beautiful.
But honestly, for Esteban, I think his career is towards the end of his career, in my opinion. I think if he was to do two or three more seasons with Haas, I don't imagine another team's going to pick him up. I think every other team on the grid has got juniors or they're looking at juniors for their future. So I think Haas might be Esteban's last stop in Formula One, unfortunately.
Okay.
We'll see. I could be totally wrong, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, 10 years, a 10-year career is that's nothing to be ashamed of, is it?
Phenomenal career, especially in F1. Like, you're getting paid a very, very high salary to be there. So yeah, and I fully imagine that we would see him go on to Formula E or sports car or World Endurance Championship and do very, very well in one of them series because he, like I say, he is a great driver. You can't look at that junior career and say he's not a great driver. So, you know, I think we would see him in another form of motorsport and he would absolutely fucking crush it. And I hope for his sake he does get some more success in the future. Well, that's all we've got for Esteban Ocon today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. If you want to follow this series along, then please go back and listen to any of the previous episodes that you haven't. Drop us a comment on this one or drop us a message on Instagram and just let us know what your favorite episode is so far, or if there's an episode coming up that you're really looking forward to hearing more about with a driver. And yeah, just we'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, see you there.
Yeah, we'll see you there. Thank you for listening.